Everybody, Mr. D here with another tutorial. This time is the first violin part of the Barber of Seville by Rossini, arranged by James Red McLeod. At the beginning we don't have a fermata, so we have to account for rhythm and pulse before we even start the piece. How do you do that? Well, you have to say in your head 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Off. So did you see how I did that? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3. Now there are different ways to do this. When you do down bow on every 16th note, so we're gonna start down bow and we're gonna continue down bow again. Now I'm gonna go to third position. When the stroke is identical, then the outcome should be identical. And I like starting down bow and having the quarter note retake because it gives me a shape of the quarter note that has a dot. See how I shape the quarter note with the end and with the retake. I involve the motion of the retake to the ending of the note. Okay, now I do start open string here. You could start fourth finger, but then you have to switch to another string for that. You could start with third position, but then you would have to go, and then you have to go again. So third position, that might not be ideal. So even though it's open string, I think you can hide it and you can make it really veiled. Here I do recommend go to third position. Okay, normally we would play in an orchestra something like that on the A string, but you don't have to do that. We're going to go to first position and we're gonna watch the dynamics. Notice that I spent most of my bow on the B and I left a little bow for the F and G. Now we can do the same thing. Remember, when the bowings match, then the expression should match. One positive thing about doing it on a bow, doing this on down bow, like you can start it really soft, really soft. So whether you could do it down or do it down up, those are choices for your conductor. Then we continue to count. Notice how I use my vibrato. Then we continue 3, 4. Here you can do it in third position, you can do it in first position. Now I would have a low one prepared. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna tune those notes. Okay, so and then we're gonna go. If you are not sure where that E sharp goes, when you place your fourth finger to play the A, have the second finger, you know where the second finger goes, place fourth finger and second finger together at the same time, and then just put one behind two. Did you see that? So I go here. Now I put 2 and 4. So I have the correct measurement. Now at 11, you do the tremolo. Okay, then we have the solo. Okay, lots of long F. You can change the bow. You can do down up. I would save 2, 3, 4. Develop vibrato. 3, 4. Change the bow. Now louder. Develop vibrato some more. Because it's solo, you can probably do this in first position. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Now you can go to third position here. Now I see those bowings and I'm not too crazy about that because you have an F and you have a grace note F. Unless you stop the bow. It kind of seems awkward to me. So what I do is I take an extra bow on the F sharp, single note, and backwards. Okay? Now notice this stroke. I am, let's see what's best. I am on the string, but you see my bow. So hard to see that. So you see that is on the string. This is off the string, and this is the stroke that is on and off. Notice that the bow doesn't leave the string. I don't know if you can see it. So I manipulate that space where the hair bends. But my bow never leaves the string. That's a very useful stroke to master. Okay, so now we're at 21. Now, the last ones that are with the accents, you can go to the frog and you can go. Or. So, with the growth of each group, we get closer and closer to the frog. Now there is this hairpin right here that you have to practice. The last two notes. Now at 29 you're gonna finish. You have to practice that for articulation. Notice I'm in the first position, so. Okay, and then you continue counting. 3, 4. 3, 4, and you fermata. Okay. The next part, the allegro, I recommend that you do this in fourth position. So normally when this is played, this is a little bit louder. And then this. It's kind of like a almost on an answer, but it's very quiet. So now we're in third position. Okay, let's unpack this a little bit. Okay, so now we are here at the piano at 38. Stay close to the string. Now only 2. So you gotta count 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. So, and the first one you play at the end of 3, and on the 39 you play at the 4th beat. 2, 3. Wait. Now I go to first position here, and again to third position. Okay, so right here, make sure that you get the accents. Whether you do it in third position or first position. Okay, let's do this 45. This is easy. So let's practice this. Then we have to the third group. Now we're going to substitute the second finger with the third finger. We're gonna go to half position. Okay, now practice third and fourth group. Switch. Okay, now the whole measure. Notice that I played open string on the second group and fourth finger on the third group. Same thing, practice group by group. Now groups 2 and 3. And now groups 3 and 4. And then you go and do the whole measure. Notice that I put just a tiny bit of accent that is not written on the 16 notes, so they speak well. You have to practice for energetic and even lift of the fingers. Okay, now we go back to 50. You stay quiet and even. Here, I personally, myself, I would do it. But that could be out of the reach for some of you. You have to kind of get your hand into a fourth position. So a lot of students are probably going to do, which is not ideal, because you hear a little bit of a noise when you change the strings, and also the finger feels uncomfortable going from one string to the other one. It's doable and could sound potentially decent with a group, with a whole group. However, ideally I would play and then switch back to third position. So whichever you do, I like this in third position. It's a really terrible choice. You should not do that because you are changing strings so often and for one note. So I recommend third position here. And now back to first position. Same thing, practice group by group. Open string and fourth finger. And now here I go to third position. Now here I go to first position. And set immediately for. I wouldn't recommend playing that with fourth finger unless you have a really good fourth finger. I would do this in third position. Stay in third position. Accent. And here you go, you can first position. You definitely don't want to. String crossings in the middle, not a good idea. So back, then 65, then 67, now here short because there is a rest. So the note has to incorporate the return. If I didn't incorporate the return, it will look like this. But then I can't play the 8 notes. So you have to circle back really quickly. Okay? So short note. Now piano. Show me a little bit of. Now right here to play this B natural, I am playing C F. I will just get the finger. Don't move the second finger. Do not lift the second finger. Okay, let's talk about this again. Now, as I mentioned, you do the B natural with a low 3. Make sure. Practice just that without the F. Now add the F. Now slowly. Another one of those low 3s on top of 2. You see how close my fingers are. That's the first part of what you should practice. Then you would add. Now you can do low 4. Now the strange one is 1 on C natural. Make sure you're in tune here and then you switch to half position. Then you go. One thing that you could do is you can practice it back and forth, string by string. So we were here. Now I'm gonna. Now I'm going to go on A string. The rationale of this fingering compared to the one where you slide fingers, you slide every finger, is that it's a little bit cleaner because you have only one shift to worry about right here. And then the fingers are right next to each other, so it should be in tune. So add little by little. Start with 2 notes and then add 1 more note. This is a D, so it should ring. Then from that note, learn these 3 notes. Now from here, learn to switch. Fine again, C natural. Don't move the hand, this is not a shift, it's just extension. Fine. And same thing over here. This is slightly different, this is sliding finger. Okay, now the whole thing from the second beat of 78. A little bit faster. Now faster. Faster if you want. Okay, now trios 1 and low 2. Low 2 and 3 whole step. Half sharp, half step. I will go to third position here, we'll play high 1. Okay, now 86, we talked about the bowings, and I will do down, up, down, up, down, up, up. Now this is going to sound good if you go to third position. Where? Well, let's see. So down, up, down, up. Any of those repeated A's. So you can play them with any finger. Okay. And now you're here for. Now go to first position. You can do 2, 3, or you can do high 1. But 2, 3 is a viable option, especially because you have 1 following on the G string. Notice the stroke here. Then 100. Did you see how I moved to the third position? Literally do the same thing. I can move after the first group, after the second group, after the third group. I wouldn't wait until the fourth group. By then you should figure out how to go to third position. The trick is to shift after the long group, not in the long, no. Now we're going to the next part. I use high two to get here. 4. Use the time. Now frog. Now don't return the bow in the middle, keep going. And personally I would do it in third position, to be honest. You can go back here, or probably the shift with the second finger is better. So one, two, you can go to third position here. Now 117. Okay, and now Pio Mosso is faster. I'm gonna do it slower and on the string. A little bit faster that passage. Now off the string. Notice the fingerings here. I don't like to change strings. I like to keep it on the same string. Two, three, four. 2, 3, 4. All right, good luck practicing.